Song submission. Before we get into the actual product of your demo tape, there are a few things which need to be discussed. The music business is just that, a business, so you should approach it as such. If you don't, you're going to look amateurish to the publisher. The more professional you look and sound, the better your chance of success. If you can afford it, have some business cards made with matching stationery and envelopes. Use your computer or word processor or type your letter of submission. Always put your name, address, and phone number on all items submitted, which includes the cassette tape label, the case, the lyric sheet, the lead sheet. You can have the greatest sounding song in the world, but if you don't let the recipient know how they can get into contact with you, your work is in vain. If you don't have your own recording equipment, have your demo tape duplicated at a local studio. Look in the yellow pages under recording services. Compare rates. Check around for the best deal. Never send a song to someone without copywriting it first. You have to belong to one, and I mean only one, of these performing rights organizations. ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, or if you're in Canada, ProCan. This goes along with being professional. All publishers, record companies, artists, and groups, as well as songwriters, must be a member. Performing rights organizations not only look out for the best interest of the songwriter, but you will never receive a residual without being a member. They're the ones that write the royalty checks. As mentioned earlier, a great source of reference for the songwriter is a book called The Songwriter's Market. It chronicles all the addresses, phone numbers, and names of every publisher or record company, etc. in the world. A new edition is published annually with updated entries. The purchase of this book is a very, very wise investment for the serious writer. When you contact a publisher or record company, be sure to keep a log of who was contacted, the contact person, the date, and a general sketch of the conversation. Be courteous when contacting publishers or record companies. No one wants to talk to a, for now, nobody, who really thinks they're a somebody with their attitude. Get to the point of your call. You're not the only one who may need information from them. If you labor too long on the phone, they may get a less than flattering image of you. After recording your demonstration tape, and you feel it's the best presentation of your song, write a letter of inquiry of intent in submitting your song, or call the publisher or record company themselves. It's not that hard to pick up a phone and call a record company or a publishing company. Don't be intimidated by calling someone that's in the business. That's how you learn, by talking to people, and not only that, but you get information from them as to how you should submit your demo tape. You just call them and you let them know who you are and why you're calling, and ask if they're accepting any outside or unsolicited material. And if they are, ask them what style they publish or record, and how many songs they'd like to have on a demonstration tape, and whether they return the demonstration tape to you so long as you send them a self-addressed stamped envelope with a proper postage, of course. If they are accepting any unsolicited material, the songwriter should then write a cover letter stating that he or she inquired on such and such a date with such and such a person, and that's the reason for your demo tape submission. If you were to buy the Songwriter's Market book, the conversation on the telephone could have been eliminated. The book answers the pertinent questions of what style they publish or record, how to contact, who to contact, how many songs they prefer in a demo, and when and if they respond. Generally, if a publisher can't use your material, they'll respond with a short note of why they couldn't use your songs. The wise songwriter will not be offended at their statements, but will accept the critique as constructive criticism. Take the attitude of, okay, they didn't like my songs. Can I either rewrite the tune or perhaps write a new song that they will like? If you live near the 3 major music centers, consider submitting your tape in person. The music business is built on contacts. The more people you know in the business, the better your chance of success. A summary of song submission. Copyright your material. Never send any uncopyrighted material to anyone. You must belong to either ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, or in Canada, to ProCan. You'll never receive royalties if you don't, and publishers require that you belong to one. Each performing rights organization have annual dues. Be businesslike when speaking with or writing to the prospective recipients of your demo tape. This is the music business. Put your name, address, and phone number on everything you send. You could have the greatest song in the world, but without there being an address or phone number, obviously no one can get back with you. Keep a log of who you contact, etc. Be prompt in sending material to a publisher or record company. Be sure to mention that you spoke with someone and that your submission is due to your conversation with that person. Keep a good attitude. Not everyone will like your songs. Learn from your mistakes. Listen to the critique of publishers and record companies. Remember, they're the ones who make the decision as to your acceptability and your marketability. Songwriting is one of the most fulfilling outlets one can experience. Your success as a songwriter is dependent upon what you know and how you utilize that knowledge. In conclusion, I'd like to leave you with a final thought. If you possess what it takes to be a songwriter, never give up. Never let anyone stop you from achieving your goal of developing your gift of songwriting. Write every day. Seek the advice of others you respect and get their feelings on your latest tune. I once heard that a successful song isn't just one that makes it to the top 40. The successful tune is one which touches someone, or perhaps could even change someone's life for the better. Perhaps it could give someone a new thought, to see things in a different light or from a different point of view. I wish you the very, very best in your songwriting endeavors.